Welcome to Thai News with Rajni Sharma.
No, this is not a
Please give
news
us a
episode.
This is CNN. Not CNN.
Are you gonna use that voice?
TNN. TNN is actually downstairs.
Harry King Live.
Yeah.
Harry King Live.
Royalty was our destiny. King and queen, the truest of royalty. First love in its totality. This type of love will never unravel. Come along and follow as Kingfish, Queenfish, travel. This is Tavern.
Well, hello, everybody. This is the Kingfish,
And the Queenfish.
and we've got some special guests here for you today. Already? The hearts already? From the start? So you should know, almost a year ago, we met this amazing couple that became friends instantly. And we have been trying to twist their ear and their arms to get them to sit down for an interview for almost a year now. And they finally relented.
I was about to take a sip. No.
So with us today, we have Raj and Jason. Now, this will be a 1 and 2 part interview because we're going to interview Raj first, who is the host of the Perspective podcast, video podcast. We will put her contact information.
In the description.
Thank you, Queenfish, for adding. So we'll make sure that we put that down below so that you can go and see what she is up to. And then we will interview Jason, who is the author, producer, creator of this amazing app. So for all of you who want to keep track of your spending here in Thailand or other parts of the earth, this is going to be a good interview for you. So without further ado, I want to welcome Raj and Jason to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
Testing.
Make sure they were connected.
Yes, I checked to make sure.
I felt it vibrate.
Did you see? There it is. See, he knows. So first of all, welcome. Thank you for finally sitting down with us.
The pleasure is ours.
Is it though?
It is.
I can tell you are experiencing pure joy and pandemonium even right now. So if you haven't seen the Perspective broadcast, podcast, vlogcast, you should check it out. And I would argue that Raj has one of the best voices in syndicated radio, television, and she is so good at what she does. She actually interviewed me October-ish
In fall,
of last year.
October, yes.
Fall of last year. And I was so impressed, not only with her, but she has this sound man that just has this mic sounding so good. And I sound amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't know what he did to that microphone, but I sounded really amazing.
We didn't have to do much. Don't worry.
So getting started, well first, Queenfish, would you like to have any words?
I told you, don't put me on the spot. It'll come to me.
It'll come to you?
It'll come to me. I'll nudge you or I'll pinch you or something.
You'll nudge or pinch
pinch.
me. What happens if you do both?
Then you really should pay attention.
It's important.
Jason, does Raj ever pinch and or nudge you?
Not very often.
Not very often. You see?
We'll keep that private.
Okay. So we can neither confirm nor deny.
Sorry, guys.
So Raj, tell us the concept of, well, first, tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll go into other areas.
Well, I love traveling. Jason and I have been here in Thailand now for almost 3 years.
Okay.
I think it's been 20 years since we first left Canada to come abroad and experience the world. We went to South Korea. And ever since then, we have loved traveling, and I love exploring the world and going to different cultures and meeting different people. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So you're both Canadians.
Yes, we're both Canadians.
Oh, Canada. That's all I know. It's the only part I remember. So
Our home and native land.
Yeah, see, sing it, Jason, sing it.
Jason.
And now we'll have a selection by Jason. So you've been here for 3 years. So you guys are on the DTV?
Yes.
DTV.
Yeah.
And prior to coming to, please hold, I'm being nudged.
I just thought of a question.
Uh-oh.
So you said you've traveled for some time. What made you decide to stay put a little bit longer in Thailand? What made you choose Thailand?
That's a really good question. Jason, do you want to answer that or should I?
Oh my.
You can go ahead.
Well, I'm sure you guys have already talked about it on your channel quite a bit. Thailand is beautiful. There's so many great things to do here. The list is so long. Since we love traveling, it is honestly one of the greatest places in the world to park yourself if you like to travel internationally. Just domestically, there's places to go where there's beaches, all kinds of landscapes, the food and the culture here, the climate, the people are really nice. And it allows you to really take a deep breath and think about, what you've done in your life, where you've gone. It gives you that mental space to really breathe and be away from the noise. So we decided to park ourselves here for all those reasons and more.
And more. Queenfish, back to you.
We'll keep our listeners wondering and more.
And more. You'll have to come to figure out the and more.
Exactly.
So I agree. We are here for that same reason. I think most people that are in Thailand realize that there's something special about this place. And when they get here, they realize it's exactly what they thought it would be and more.
Yes, and more.
And more. It's like you can't put Thailand in a box, right?
You can't.
Every day you walk outside the door, there's a new adventure waiting. So, Queenfish, did you have anything else to add? I thought I sensed you nudging me. No? Let us continue.
I think we should also ask Jason why he's come to Thailand as well.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, you're here.
I'm here. Exactly. But did I miss any of the reasons?
I'm sensing a redirect here. Jason, why are you here in Thailand?
I'm just following along.
I get it.
Let me.
Happy life.
This is very true. Let me tell you a little story though. We used to live in Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada, and we were just doing our regular thing, working whatever jobs after university, and we always really wanted to travel for a very long time. And you're, it seems so expensive. How are you going to do it? We were just out of university, not that much money kind of thing. It just seemed impossible. And Raj was kind of down in the dumps one day, called me at work.
Pretty much depressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I decided to, on my way home from work, buy her a little present. I went into the bookstore and I got her the Lonely Planet Guide for Thailand.
Okay.
For
The
Thailand.
Lonely Planet guy.
Yes.
But back in the day, that was the Bible of travel. And so
Really?
it was
Okay.
quite a nice present.
Wow,
Yeah.
Good point.
So yeah,
Jason. Good job.
yeah, right on. So cheer her up. I brought it home. She was so happy. She was reading it the whole time, and she'd always kind of had this fascination with Thailand ever since I think you had a coworker or something that told you about traveling there. So yeah, I bought this thing, and then we were like, oh yeah, let's go. And then when we first went to Korea, like our first vacation from there was to here, to Thailand, and ever since we
You've been
we
Loved
always
it.
come back.
So
Been
you
here
guys
so
have
many
traveled
times.
quite a bit. What are some of the countries that you've been to?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've traveled to about 50 countries over the years.
50.
Yes.
Yeah. Approximately, to be honest, like it's about 50.
Yes, 40 something. Yeah,
Yeah,
like high
yeah.
40s. Anyway, so yeah, basically we've been to every continent except for Antarctica, obviously.
Okay.
Almost there. And we really haven't touched Africa. We only went to Egypt.
That counts.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It counts. It counts.
But, yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Well,
Well, we love Thailand.
Okay. That was a
That
trick
was a-
question. That was a trick question.
Testing you.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite food in Thailand?
We love green curry.
yes.
That is really delicious. And chicken green curry.
Chicken green curry,
Yeah. And pad kaprao.
pad kaprao.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have that like every day almost.
And I noticed when we went to lunch today, you guys tolerated the spice level pretty well. Is that a fair assumption?
That is absolutely a fair assumption.
Okay. Queenfish, back to you.
A question. How did you know I had a question?
I felt you nudging
Yes.
from within.
Mental.
So I'm going to go back to the expert perspective. So this is a question for you. What was the inspiration behind it? Where did that come from?
Oh.
Where the birthing of the expert perspective?
I gotta take the microphone for this one.
Okay,
All right. She's
okay.
about to sing, guys.
Well, like how we mentioned earlier, we traveled. And so at one point in our life, this was about 2 years after staying in Korea, we decided that we were gonna just pick all the countries in the world that we wanted to go to at that time. And we got a map from National Geographic and we picked all the countries we wanted to go to. We decided to take a year off, do something crazy, do something very different. And we did it and we embarked on this journey. And one of the countries we went to was India. My parents are from India, but I've grown up in Canada. And so I never really had a chance to truly, as an adult, go to India and explore it. So this was gonna be the first time that I went to India and I went with Jason. Okay, so we're traveling all over India. And at one point, we get to the slums. We didn't go inside the slums, but we passed the slums. We were on a train. And I looked out the window and I'm just observing and I'm thinking, who are these people? How did they get here? What's their story? And I knew that something was starting in me that didn't quite have a voice, what I was trying to get at. And when I really think back, where did the X perspective start from? This idea, it started all the way back then. And that was, I don't know, like 17 years ago, right? And I was just curious to know how other people lived their lives and how did they see the world. So it's called the X perspective because it's the unknown perspective of the guest, to see the world through their eyes. And so if I look back, I would say that's where it started. But if I go back really even further, I remember a time when I was in university. I went to school at the University of Toronto in Canada. And I remember I had just come out of class and I was riding the Toronto subway back home and I was sitting across the sky and I just started wondering, who's this guy? What's his story? Like, what kind of life has he lived? It was a total stranger, right? And there was this curiosity in me. And then I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, that's fine. I got off the train and never really thought about it again. But these ideas kept coming into my mind throughout my life until finally, when I turned 46 years old, I decided to make the podcast, which now it's been 2 years.
Wow. That's okay. So I can relate to that in the sense that I had a family member named David. We would carpool to work every day. We worked in the same place. And every day we would take this one road, and there was always this older gentleman sitting on the porch. We never stopped to talk to him, but every day we rode by, we waved, and he waved back. We got this idea to give him a name and to come up with a story for him.
Yeah.
Right.
And that became our conversation going to work every day. His name was Mr. Higgins. I don't know what his real name is. We never ever saw him other than his porch. But yeah, so Mr. Higgins has 3 kids. The one daughter is really a pain in the neck because she can't keep her grades up and she keeps mooching money. You know, like, so we would just make up the narrative, and every day the narrative would change. I can relate to wanting to know what the story of other people is. I've had the pleasure of being on your podcast, and you are incredibly gifted at what it is that you do.
Well, to be honest,
Yes.
Harry, my shows are only as good as the guests, and you were fantastic.
Well, I would argue that the guest is only as fantastic as the host, and you were fantastic.
But your deep voice,
Did
your
you see what I
DJ
did there?
voice, come on.
Well, you know, yeah, it was, I chalked that up to Jason setting up that mic, because I don't remember the last time that my voice sounded that crisp and clean on audio. And I think I shared that with you. I don't like my voice as it's recorded. Now, technology's a little better now, so it sounds better. But that was the first time that I heard, and I was just like, "Whoa, that's cool."
Nice. Yeah.
Can I be honest with you, Harry?
You may be.
I was doing the editing, and I'm telling you, honestly, when I listened to that voice of yours,
Yeah.
and I've listened to all my guest voices,
Yeah.
and it just stood out. It's just really nice, clear, like
Like perfect for that setup.
perfect for the
that's
setup.
Yeah.
And even the pace at which you were speaking was excellent.
Well, you know, Raj, I'll share this with you. I've always had ambitions of being somewhat of a movie star, and I enjoy the varying inflections of my tone and my voice, and perhaps even going into character without a moment's notice. Even now, I think I'm channeling a little bit of my Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. Isn't that right, Clarice?
Oh my gosh. Well, a thought came to me that I want to commend you for trying to pull out the unique stories of the individual. Because as human beings, we make assumptions about people and how they should feel and how they should react to a situation that they may find themselves in, because we feel like, oh, I've been through that too. And then we kind of like deflect our feelings on them.
Project.
Thank you. Project our feelings on them and make assumptions, when everyone's ability to deal with a situation is different based on their experiences in life. So I appreciate that. Because I've listened to a couple of your podcasts, and I've noticed that, like, listening to their stories, that you would think, oh, that's just, okay, that's, everybody's been through that. No, everyone's experience is different.
Exactly. So that's why I always say, and I'm not trying to do this cliche thing, but be nice to others, right? You don't know what someone has gone through. And, you know, maybe you think that someone's mad at you or they're being rude to you. I mean, it's not nice to be rude to someone, but you don't know what's going on in their mind and what they're going through.
Yeah.
They could just have been diagnosed with some disease, right? And they're feeling upset. So just have that generosity. And that's one of the things that I have learned from the stories is, yeah, you really don't know what someone is going through. So just take a step back, breathe before you make a judgment.
So the other thing I noticed when we had that podcast is you have this this gift of you almost turn into a psychologist. Like at the onset of the interview, and I'm just like, whoa. So for those of you who don't know, so we first went for coffee with them. Well, coffee and tea with them at Cafe Amazon. Shout out Cafe Amazon. And if you're watching this and you like coffee,
Sponsor.
as we're drinking Dr. Moo. But when we met initially, it was, you know, kind of get to know each other, see if it'd be a good fit. Will the podcast work? Blah, 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 blah. And then the moment the interview started, she transforms into this clinical, doctoral. Wait a minute, you're asking me some pretty hard questions here. And if you really want to see someone incredibly gifted at what it is that they do, you're going to want to turn into this podcast. That's not a shameless plug. I am ashamed.
She's also almost like when you're in court and your lawyer's
Yeah.
asking you questions and trying to pull like.
Yeah, very
Pull it.
probing, and then
I
Very
like to call
probing.
myself a detective.
yes, your private eye.
Yes.
Private eye perspective coming to a theater near you. For now, it's limited to Netflix, Prime, and YouTube, but you'll probably only see it on YouTube because it's very hard to get the subscription. But anyway, yeah, you're very good at what it is that you do, and I remember just realizing how gifted you were with this. I remember saying to myself, man, I bet Jason can't get away with anything. You're able to just get to the heart of the matter and gently pull out what you may sense that the person may be trying to hold on to. And when you do it, it's done so effortlessly, and not many people can do that.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Harry, but I have been studying psychology for 2.5 decades.
I knew it.
So paying attention to the way you can learn a lot from people's body language.
Yeah.
So you can really tell just the way they change their tone or where they look or what they're doing. I believe that actually. And then if you really pay attention, you can pick out and see like what's important to them.
Yeah.
What really touches them, what triggers them, what is very deep for them.
Yeah.
Right? Like I knew right away just through watching a video on YouTube, when I saw you guys on YouTube, I knew how much you loved your wife. I could tell. And so I knew when I met you, there's no way I'm going to invite Harry for tea without Judy. Right?
Yeah.
Very true.
That was it was the first time I got a chance to hear my thoughts about my wife. I've said it aloud to other people, but to listen to, it was recorded. I'm just like, whoa, she really,
No, you were like, whoa, I sound so good.
Yeah, that was the first thing, because you got the headphones and I'm just like, man, where did he do this mic? Like I felt like singing and everything else in there. When you have your guest on, how hard is it for you to separate yourself from because I know just from hanging out with you guys a couple of times that you're a very empathetic person. How do you stay so focused and channeled?
Because I really want the guests to tell their story.
Yeah.
And so I'll do everything that I can to stay focused and keep them directed that they will be able to express themselves. The whole point of the podcast is to allow people to share a story which they think is valuable and will help other people as well.
Wow.
So I know we talked briefly about how you seek out who you're going to have on your podcast. Are they mostly expats, or is it open to anyone? And is it mostly those here in Thailand? I'm assuming so because you're bringing them into your podcast. But how is that task of deciding for you?
Judy, that's a really good question. And it is a challenging task because I'm very, very particular about who comes on the podcast. I am looking for people who have a story. It could be inspiring. It could be putting out a really important message, but something that I, first of all, find very interesting. So if I feel the connection with that guest, then I'll move forward and think about, okay, how will this serve other people as well, right? And the process is quite lengthy, I usually have a preliminary call with someone. I will talk to them. I will feel it out to see how they express themselves, what they're talking about, what's important, what's their motivation, why do they want to be on the podcast. And then afterwards, I really try to think if it will fit into the season's theme. We have different themes on the podcast. Like right now we have letting go theme, which is what did you let go of in your life, whether it was an identity, a person, a concept, a thing that transformed you, whether in a good way or a bad way. So I'll try to see if it fits. And then eventually I will get the guest, invite them to come to the podcast booth in Bangkok. So to me, it's very, very important that I have these conversations in person, because it's just a better connection and a better feeling. So that's what I do.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad you did it the way that you did it with us, because when it came time for the interview, I felt like I knew you guys already.
Yeah,
I felt more
absolutely.
Free, you know? So your protocol is quite admirable.
Thank you.
I want to switch gears for a second, and I would like to know. You guys have been here for 3 years. What has been the hardest thing about living in Bangkok?
I gotta drink some milk tea.
Okay. That is a pretty hard decision.
Yeah, exactly. Deciding where to eat on a given day is always a hard decision.
You know what's crazy? That is my answer. That is the most stressful thing that you deal with here in Bangkok. What am I going to eat today?
Yeah, there's so much choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're spoiled.
Do I want northern? Do I want either?
Yeah, exactly.
So is there anything that you miss other than people from back home?
For me, I think for us, I can speak for both of us that, other than people, it's really not much. We came here with intention to be here and stay here. And we knew, we've traveled here before. We knew we wanted to stay and we love it. And it's, every day we walk outside and just feel the sunshine and are thankful and picture where we are and who we're with and friends we have and stuff like that. It's just it's great. So it's I can't say there's anything even that hard. It's
Everything is here.
Yeah.
So we have so much gratitude.
Yeah.
And there's something in the sunlight. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
There's this
it's like
golden sun here that makes you feel so happy.
Superman gets powered
It's
by the
orange
sun.
juice. It's orange juice. This is why the sun is golden. Yeah. See, we think orange juice okay, never mind. It's just, but you get it, right?
You got the nudge.
I got it, right? So while we're in this transition, let's switch to your favorite app. Judith.
Oh, formal.
You now have the floor.
I'm not allowed to use it because he won't tell me everything that we're spending. So I can only use it to a certain extent, but I love it. Can you tell the people what I'm talking about?
Yes. So I made a little app on the Android.
It's not a little
store.
app.
It's a great app.
It's an excellent app.
Okay, thank you. It's called Enough Spent. And it's basically like a spending tracker app. So there are other ones out there, but the reason why I made it is all those other ones you usually have to sign up or do a whole bunch of other things. Maybe it's difficult. They ask you to, connect to your bank account and all this. I wanted to make something simple, just track your things. And one of the bigger things is that you can do it in any currency. So we're living here in Thailand, but we're from Canada. We think in Canadian dollars. It's just, how you're born and raised. I'm sure you guys think in US dollars. So you can set the app to whatever currency you like, and then you can record in any currency you like, and it just uses that rate for the day and converts it for you. So you can kind of have it display, and it just keeps track. I find it very useful.
It's very powerful if you're traveling as well.
Yes. And as a teacher, I love that the categories are color coded. You can use the categories that are already built in, or you can create your own categories.
She sits and plays with the app.
I love that especially for travelers, if you go from one place to the other, you just change the currency. And even better, did you say that it's affordable?
Oh, it's free.
See? Enough spent.
I'm sorry. Did you say the name of the app was Enough Spent?
Enough spent. Yes.
And is there a creative way to spell that, or is it just enough spent?
Just like the English language,
With
enough
a
spent
period.
with a period.
With a period. Oh,
Yes.
with a period, as in a statement,
Yes, exactly.
not an exclamation point.
See?
Yeah.
So
see?
when I use the app,
it's suggestive.
I can. Is it available for both? I know we talked about this, but I don't know if anything's changed since then. Apple and Android, or
It's just available on Android right now, but
Android.
Apple's in the works. It just takes more.
It's a little
time.
more-
it's a more intensive
involved.
process with
Okay.
Apple. Yeah.
So you heard that. iPhone, your rendition is coming. But for those of you who have Android, sign up, especially those of you who are thinking about coming over to Thailand. Sign up for it now so that you can begin to see the whole conversion process. When you watch YouTube videos, everyone talks in Thai baht. Oh, it's 3,000 baht, 35,000 baht, 70,000 baht, and you're always wondering what that is. Well, now with this new app, Enough Spent, you can track it for yourself, and it's free. Free 99. Free.
I have tried to track all of our expenses because I know there's a lot of subscribers that have asked for a monthly budget, more or less, of what we spend. But it's all relative in nature because it depends on the person. So whatever we spend may be way different, vastly different than what you would spend. But at least there's an app so that you can track and you can have it in the currency that you want. I hate when that happens. That's old age.
So,
Sentence, I forgot what I was going to say.
husbands, for those of you who have wives that want to track every single penny, this app is for you. Guys, get your wife an iPhone, at least for now. No, I'm just kidding.
He's kidding.
No,
The
it's-
ease of use is very nice. I played around with it. It's user friendly, and like I said, as a teacher and also someone who likes things organized,
And math.
and I love all things math. It's a nice app, very nice. So give it a try. Enough spent.
Enough
Spent.
spent.
You got it. Yeah. I'll say I use it every day to track my own expenses. So yeah, updates will keep coming. It's not just going to be out there. And
So you just
abandoned.
recently went to China.
yes,
Did you use it there?
I did actually.
And it
Every
worked
day.
without a hitch.
Without a hitch. Yeah.
Wow. So is it safe to say if it works in China, it will work anywhere?
Yes. Well, actually, you don't even necessarily need the internet for it at all. It's for the daily rates. If you want the rate for that day, you need to connect to the internet once. Other than that, it just stays on your phone. All your data is private. It's not going to any server or anything like that. It's just for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And how long did it take you to create this app?
Yes. Well, I am a developer, so I made it about 6 months, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Just from concept and figuring it all out, design and everything.
He worked really, really hard on it.
It shows. It shows. It's a really useful and user intuitive app.
Yes, I'm glad you said that because that's kind of my specialty in the development world is
Yeah.
yes, user interface and user experience. So I'm glad it works for someone else too.
So when do you anticipate, Jason, the iPhone version?
That's a tough question. I don't know. Yeah, it's
We'll let all the husbands get their wives the iPhone first for a while. We'll give them a chance, right?
sounds like a good idea.
So the way that we use it, because the Queenfish and I both have iPhones, but I have an Android tablet, and that is where we track everything on that tablet. It's incredibly easy to use, and did I mention it was free? Yes. Enough. Spent. Period.
Oh Oh my gosh. So now I'm going to switch gears a little bit before we end this interview. Since you're seasoned travelers, you're here in Thailand. I know we've talked about everyone, for those that have never traveled, have difficulty with understanding our perspective on our experiences, you know,
It's a good
traveling
play on words
abroad.
Perspective.
Well, I know, right? What is one thing that you could maybe leave them with if you had one nugget to give them in terms of considering traveling or thinking about traveling? Doesn't even necessarily have to be about Thailand because you've traveled to so many countries. What would be that one nugget? Because I feel like you guys have so much that you can possibly tell us, but what would be the one golden nugget?
Sorry, the golden nugget for what?
For someone who's considering traveling abroad or wants to travel, you made a statement earlier, but I don't want to say it. So I want to see what you would think to say right now in this moment.
Okay, I'll go first on this one. So I was also a guest on the X Perspective podcast, as you may or may not know.
You were the first guest.
Yes. And we
We
actually
can't
kind
all
of
be guinea pigs, Jason.
talked about this specifically. For me, especially, it's just why wait? A lot of people from where we're from, kind of it's like, okay, I have to work, and then I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to go do something. And you know, by that time, you're who knows how old, or maybe you've lost some of your energy, spark, or step. And then you're just going to start something, and like you got to kind of seize the moment. And we have learned so much just from opening our eyes to what's in the world. And it's so much nicer to have to live with that your whole life instead of just realizing it later and wishing I'd done something. You know, you hear that kind of with people who have kids and stuff, like they had it say later and, oh man, I wish I'd started earlier. I could have more kids, or that kind of thing. It's the same thing with this. I want to open my eyes and learn and see and live with it and learn from it now so I can use it throughout my life.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Yeah, good stuff.
You have something to add?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. If you really want to know yourself and you want to learn about yourself, what better way to do it than to put yourself outside your comfort zone? And traveling does that. It tests you. I'm not talking about resort traveling. I'm talking about going to different countries, going to see different cultures, seeing how people live, and realizing actually how much you have it that's really, really good, and how much you have, like, you know, in terms of gratitude you'll have for your own life, and just to see where your weaknesses are and your strengths. It'll allow you to really take a deep look into yourself. So like Jason mentioned, the traveling, once we started doing it, it just opened up so many worlds for us.
Almost instantly, right?
Yeah, you just start realizing there's parts of your personality that exist that you didn't even know existed. And you would never really find them unless you actually found the courage to step outside of your comfort zone. So when I see like young people and they're wondering whether they should travel or not, I know it's biased, but I'm like, go for it. What's the worst that can happen? You might not like it. That's fine too. Not everybody's a traveler, right? But in case you do, you'll see things that will change you.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about traveling and you've just been thinking about it, like Jason said, don't waste time thinking about it. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, because both of you are still in your 40s, right? So you're living this dream while you're still young. You know, well, almost young.
Thank you. Thank you. We consider ourselves middle-aged, but thank you.
So, well, Raj and Jason, thank you so much for succumbing to the pressure of interviewing with us for almost a year now. We are grateful to have you here and to spend the time that we are able to spend with you guys. Let's not make it another year.
It hasn't been that long.
No, I'm exaggerating, but yeah. So I'll give no, I won't. I'll save that for another time. Just know that we are happy to have them and we are honored to have them and we consider them friends. If you have a story maybe you will be the next contestant on The X Perspective.
But you got to come to Bangkok.
But you got to come to Bangkok. Again, thanks to our wonderful guests. Be sure to check out The X Perspective. And be sure, if you have an Android or a tablet, anything that's not iPhone based, download Enough Spent. Period. Until next time.
Be the change that you want to see.